so much for coming out to this week and helping me go wild. Because as many as you know, my husband Graham is visiting family in England, and while the cat's away, now I won't say, because I love the guy, that it's like being out of prison, but you guys with a long-term relationship, you know, it can get a little stagnant, it can get a little, boring, and sometimes you just need something. And for us, it's been a particular challenge in the last 2 years, not because of the whole COVID thing, but because I started a new job and I'm out of the house all week, and he's been in the lockdown with the dogs. It used to be when I came home from work, it was okay. I would come through the door and he'd say, "Oh, honey, how was your day? Do you need a beer? Dinner will be ready in 15 minutes. But it slowly morphed into, "Who's my girl? Who's my good girl? Who's my pretty girl?" And he's never talking to me. He's talking to the one that's coming in back of me that's taken 3 shits on the lawn. Now, I've passed 3 bar exams, but for me to get an atta girl, apparently I have to learn how to do potty outside. That actually sounds like a prison in our house nowadays because I can hear him and our dog Cody in the other room. And he gets his voice all low and sexy. "Who's my handsome boy? Oh, does that feel good? Who's your daddy?" You know it's going to affect us in the bedroom. I mean, after 14 years, what can I say? If he's frisky, he still does it for me. And it is very cliche, but he can just whip out that big British accent and do the Austin Powers things and say, "Hey, baby, you want a shag?" And I'll throw the knickers. But if I'm in the mood, I have to throw myself on the back, put my legs in the air, look really sad and whimper, "Mommy needs a belly rub." Oh my God. I'm kind of getting a little bit of an issue with this. But thankfully, I'm getting help and I know somebody's listening. Alexa is listening. We got one at Christmas and apparently she's got this whole dynamic down and she's been having professional consultations with Google and Facebook. So I started getting some pretty helpful ads. And ladies, oh my God, I could not resist. And you can tell me if this is every woman's secret fantasy, but I think Alexa's on my side. So I bought this t-shirt. "Feed me and tell me I'm pretty." So I can wear this on a Friday night after walkies in a bath and get kind of lucky. So needless to say, I had to do something different this week, kind of step out of my comfort zone. And if I was a normal person, I'd be on Tinder like everybody else to get a little excitement. But, at my age, I could probably still pull, but then I'd have to shave my legs all the way up and all the little bits in between, and I'd have to have a conversation. And God forbid the guy thinks that I'm going to stay up past 9:30, even on a Saturday, because that ain't happening. So I said the ad for the open mic, and I said, "I'll get the adrenaline going. I've never done this, something to challenge myself, professional development and all." And I knew right away what I wanted to talk about, because I think Sheriff Grady Judd is hysterical. Now, he's not ha-ha funny in the way that he thinks he's funny, but I'm from New England, and I think he's weird and terrifying in that way that's got to be good joke fodder. So I sat down and I wrote my first joke ever. Why does Grady Judd... I'm overclamped. Why did Sheriff Grady Judd cross the road? To get to the microphones on the other side. All right, so not too bad, but we're in Polk County, and you people love your sheriff, and I know that 73% of you have firearms, and that guy back there has 8. So even though some of you are super hot, you're like my substitute one-night stand, and it is not worth getting shot when we still all got our clothes on. And besides, Sheriff Grady Judd, truth is stranger than fiction with this guy. It's bad enough he has his own bobblehead doll, but I found out in December, he sold out of the Sheriff on the Shelf Christmas doll. And this is a real thing. It was advertised, the Sheriff on the Shelf doll does what any other good elf does. They watch the children 24/7 and report them to Santa. You can apparently also buy it for coworkers and spouses so that naughty boys and girls get reported. And I cannot make this shit up. So I'm going to leave you with an oldie but a goodie and kind of borrow something. What's the difference between a G-spot and a golf ball? A man will spend lots of time looking for his golf ball. Thank you very much for breaking my comic channel.